Is it working? Okay, I think it is. Okay, so hello guys again. Day 164 and day 14 of the challenge. So we put this one here. And yeah, we just keep going strong. Okay, day 14. I finished, so I did a review just now. I just watched the Sodes a little bit, the She also, and Potential Form, wrote everything I missed yesterday. So now we start with this one, Temiru. Okay, Temiru is easy. Nara, if, Nara, and frequency. So we watch this 20 minutes and this, hopefully this 55 minutes also. I finished Anki. Okay. I just finished Anki just now. Hello, Yuki, konbanwa. How is it going? So yeah, I finished Anki this one, but I didn't finish G-Lab, so we do it later. For now, let's just watch the video. How is it going, Yuki? A bit late now, but okay, no problem. What can we do? So yeah, and also Cofelio sent new audio device. Switch both inputs now. Switch input. Because the Nihongo Reningu doesn't upload any more videos for some reason. Let's check it out. Monologue. Wait, the sound doesn't work, no? Does the sound work? No. Okay. So we put this one on headphones. Virtual output. No sound, okay. But you can hear me though. Okay, you can. The sound. USB audio, okay. Okay, now it's okay.
Konnichiwa, ゆうすけです。ここはうぐいす谷駅の近くです。最近インスタグラムとか YouTube を見てちょっと
But he speaks very quickly. No one can speak like Yuta. Yuta is the best. He speaks a little bit fast. I don't understand anything. I need a learning like Yuta, if you know Yuta. Yuta.
Hey guys, my name's Matt.
From Nihongo Reningu. But anyways, check it out later. Okay, I subscribe. Nice conversation with Sayuri-san. Okay.
思ったんですけど、相場ってあるじゃないですか。
はい。
この駅から
この駅から
徒歩10分ぐらいだと5万円とか5万2千円とか大体の相場ってあると思うんですけど、
はい。
それから極端に安い物件って時々あるじゃないですか。
Something I understand, something I don't. This one I don't understand. This one also I don't understand. Basically, yeah, it's the kanji. No, I need some things. Okay, I will subscribe, maybe watch it later. But I need something like you. Yuta, where is Yuta? Yuta. Ah, Nihongo Renin. So he uploaded. He actually uploaded. Ah, these videos I didn't watch yet. Okay, so we watch Yuta also later. Okay, but for now we did. Okay, let's just continue with the challenge because we did Anki. No need to do Anki again. And also we have 128 subscribers. Okay, let's just start.
And jump into try to do something with the te form plus miru. te miru. All right, so to use the te form with miru, you need the te form. Go back to lesson 7 to check out how to make that. Te plus miru.
Plus
Now,
miru is
miru does come
verb te form, easy, te form, verb. Verb. Te form, easy, te miru, to try to do. Form, try to do and see what happens. That's basically it. Miru. Try to do.
from the verb to look, miru, but you do not use the kanji for miru when you make te miru.
You
te
don't
miru
use the
form, right?
kanji.
You don't use the kanji. So don't have a te form of a verb plus the verb miru with the kanji. That's not how you...
Can I upload my conjugation table to study materials on Discord? I just Yes, absolutely. Yeah, why not? Of course. In English, even better. But Pretentious told me that he gave me a very good idea, actually, to make my own table. But I will see your table for sure. Check it out. Upload it. I can't wait to see it. But that's actually a great idea to make a table. So I'm thinking about making a table for each. Like I will make a video. For example, we have she, we have 2, we have sodes 3, we have temiru, we have nara 4, 5, and we have frequency in Japanese. So all of these 5, 6 chapters or sub-chapters, I can make 6 videos on YouTube teaching what they are and making a table. Making a table for potential form, making another table for she with a small table, like what can you write in she? Just examples. Table with examples. So there's also, and make a video teaching it. So yeah, I just uploaded. Okay, let's check it out. Why not? Excel. Okay. So these are all the conjugations, no? Okay, wow, that's amazing, Yuki. That's going to help me a lot. A table of Japanese verbs. So, ichidan and godan. Okay, ichidan, godan. Ichidan, tabeta. Tabe. Tabe is the stem. Predicative form and attributive form. Dictionary form, prohibitional form, taberuna, taberuna. Wait, taberuna, don't eat. Prohibitional form. I don't think I did prohibitional form. Kinshike. Taberuna. There are several tabs below. 5-step. Okay. So we have go, muno, wait, conjugation table over godan, buno godan, and nuno godan. What are these? Conjunctive form, predicative form. Hello, Sensei Vic. What's up, Genkis? So yeah, day 14, and Yuki here gave us a very, very valuable cell. So conjugation table of Japanese verbs. Okay, iku, to go, te form, ta form, tara form. Okay, these I know, but these ones I don't know what these are. These are te form. No, is this that I don't know? What I read something I didn't know. These ones, the buno gohan, buno no. So they form gerund. Ta form pressed. Yeah, I don't know, but verbs conjugations. Tk form itte, itta, ittara. Okay, I know this. To ask, totte, to. Okay, easy, I know. So very valuable. Mass form and the copula. Okay, the copula da. Okay, I know that. Mas te da dara. This is only the stems for the most part. De, des, de, datta, dattara. Okay, janai, jan. What is this? Jadewa, jadewa. That's a slash. Okay. I definitely will have a thorough full look at this. Volitional form. Imperative. I still didn't do imperative. I saw it yesterday also from Genki, and I didn't understand what this is. Wait, imperative? Is imperative the sonkeigo or? I don't remember. Maybe I did it, but I don't remember. I don't know. Hypothetical form. So ba, okay. Boku wo koroseba subete ga owaru. So koroseba, if you kill me. Okay, sureba, of course. I know it. Let's come. The show, the volitional form. I know it. Irrealis form. Negation. Janai. Not to do. Causative, passive, causative. Okay. No, imperative has nothing to do with single. It's not single. Okay. I didn't do. No, Genki didn't teach imperative. I don't remember such imperative. Do it. Yeah, Shiro. So Game Gengo wrote Shiro or Miro or something. Yeah. No, he didn't do imperative. So order, command, come. Okay. Conjunctive. Have imperative here. We have form, polite, must, die, nagara, de, da, and dara. I would like to ask for. Okay. I will save it here and definitely look at it even further. Wait, how many tabs there are? Okay, until here. So adjectives, any adjectives conjugation, easy. Okay. When I make a table, I'll definitely take notes from here. Okay. Thank you very much, Yuki. You are amazing. You are the best. Yeah, I will definitely use this table a lot. So, okay, back to learning. Very useful table.
You use it, you're going to use the hiragana all the time.
I'll study it a lot later. And if I have a question, I will ask you for sure.
What it means is try to do something, whatever that verb is. So for example, we have tabe, do something, whatever that verb is. So for example, we have...
So Yuki, basically this table has all the conjugations, every conjugation there is. It has every conjugation, no? Everything you need to learn. Everything you need to learn, no? So Ichidan, Godan, prohibitional form. Yeah, prohibitional form, like you just add na, don't write. Kakuna. I've never seen prohibitional form. But anyways, so these are all the conjugation we need. Imperative, ta, so yeah, imperative. Okay, nagara. Nagara form express concurrency. Nagara. Don't think we did nagara, or did we do it? No, we did. I remember. Probably not. I remember there are a few things missing. That table was made 2 years ago, so I didn't include things I hadn't learned back then. Okay. So nagara, I think we did nagara in Genki. I remember nagara while doing something. So doing two things at the same time. Yeah, I remember nagara. Ta and tara. Okay, okay. I'll check it out later. Okay.
We have 食べてみる which means try to eat. Okay, try to eat. 食べてみる 食べてみる You conjugate miru just like because it comes from the verb to look, miru, just like the verb miru. So you can
見てみる
conjugate
見てみる
that like an ichidan
食べて
verb basically. So 食べてみる
食べてみる
try to eat. 食
食べてみた
tried to eat. 食べてみない
食べてみない
not try to eat. 食べてみます polite try to eat. 食べてみません polite not try to eat. 食べてみました polite tried to eat.
Try to, okay. So, tabeta, I'm not going to write every tabeta, just one. Okay. Ta. Tabe. Tabete miru. Tabete miru. Mita. 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 Minai. Minai. Okay, minai. I'll just write the endings. Minai, mimas. 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 Mimasen. Mimasen. Mi. Mashita.
So let's go into some full examples. It's straightforward. I'm not going to go too far into this one. そのゲームをやってみたい You can also conjugate it like a want to try.
やってみたい
I want to try that game. Literally, I want to try and do. やって is from やる and do that game. We use やる or する with games, usually. Not 遊ぶ like you would in English. 温泉に行ってみましたか温泉に行ってみましたか Did you try and go to an onsen? So for example, when you went to Japan, 日本に行ったとき、温泉に行ってみましたか Did you try to go to an onsen? 話してみるね I'll try and talk to them. This is one you hear quite a bit. 話してみるね
温泉に行ってみましたか Did you try to go to onsen?
I'll try and talk to them. This is one you hear quite a bit.
話してみるね
I'm going to try and talk to them. I'll try and talk to them. 話してみるね Very
話してみる
useful.
ね
That's it. There's not much to it. It's just the te form plus miru.
泳ぎでみ
Conjugate it
ま
like
し
the verb
ょう
miru. You should be able to do both of those things by now. If you can't make the te form and you can't conjugate miru yet, you probably need to go back to lesson 3 and lesson 7 and take a look at those. You just combine those two things and you have the te miru form and you can say try to do something. So here is our
泳ぎで
conversation example. 泳いでみましょう
泳いでみ
よ
ま。し
泳いでみたくない。
泳いでみましょ
私は
うよ
泳ぎます。
泳いでみたくない
ちょっとだけ
私は泳ぎます
足を入れてみる。
入れてみる
いいですね。
いいですね
もっと
もっ
入りたく
と
なり
入りた
ます
くなりま
よ。
すよ
Full speed。泳いでみましょうよ。
泳いでみましょうよ
泳いでみたくない。
泳いでみたくない
私は泳ぎます。どうぞ。ちょっとだけ足を入れてみる。いいですね。もっと入りたくなりますよ。
泳いでみましょうよ Let's try to swim I don't want to try to swim 私は泳ぎます I will swim どうぞ Don't know what どうぞ is ちょっとだけ足を入れてみる足を入れてみるI try to put my leg inside but いいですね That's good ちょっと 入りたくなりますよ。
Okay, let's go over that in English. 泳いでみましょうよ. Let's try and swim. So we've got the volitional of 見る, 見ましょう. Let's try and swim, man. You can translate that yo as man if you want to. 泳いでみたくない. I don't want to try and swim. So that's the negative of the want to form. たい, 見たい, 見たくない. I don't want to try and swim. 私は泳ぎます.
私は泳ぎます。
私は泳ぎます. I'm going to swim. どうぞ. Go right ahead. ちょっとだけ.
ちょっとだけ。
Just a little. だけ means just or only. It means only, basically. So only a little. ちょっとだけ。
ちょっとだけ。
足を入れてみる. I'm going to try and put my feet in. Now, this next sentence. Take a look at the furigana there for the same exact kanji. いいですね。
いいですね。
もっと入りたくなりますよ。
入りたくなりますよ。
入りたくなりますよ。Nice. You'll become want to go in more. It's a weird sentence in English, but this is how you would say it in Japanese. You'll become want to go in more. The reason for this is that 入れて、入れる means to put in, and to go in, 入る. So it's the exact same kanji, different readings, technically different verbs. Put in, go in. 入る、入れる. Those are a little bit hard to figure out in the beginning. Okay, the question for this section is やってみたいことを教えてください。やってみたいことを教えてください。Please tell me something that you would like to try to do. Please tell me.
日本語話します。日本語話す becomes 話して。日本語話してみる。日本語話してみる。日本語話してみる。日本語を話してみる。
Tell me something you would like to try to do. The next section is a good...
So, Sensei V, can we check the music? Can we? But it's copyrighted though. I cannot listen to it. I will check it later. It's copyrighted. I cannot show it. I cannot. It is extremely copyrighted. I will never put anything copyrighted again. I sent them email, the Tokyo TV, but they didn't respond. Sent them email to remove the COVID strike. But they did not say anything.
Good one. It's very short in Genki, and it shouldn't be. Because it's actually an important point, and there's a lot to cover in it, despite it only being half a page.
Copyright is very
All right, so let's
sad.
jump into nara. So for nara, to use nara, it basically means if it's true that something, then. So first we have sentence 1 plus nara.
Okay, yeah, temiru is easy. And you can use it as temiru, temita, teminai, temimasu, temimasen, temimashita. Okay, if it's then okay, so if it's true that S1 is then S2. We did nara so many times. Okay, by now I think I understand nara, and I just need drills, to be honest. All of this as if I do it as many times as possible, I won't be able to learn them until I do drills and I use them. I try to practice. No matter how many times I read them, it will not work until I teach, do drills on them and practice and teach. So I think after I finish with this challenge, okay, so how many videos left? After we finish with this playlist, I will do only drills, only practice until I get the hang of it, until I can try to use them like quickly without thinking, till they become second nature. Verbs short plus nara plus SD or S2. E adjective plus nara plus S2. Yeah, no conjugation, easy. Easy stuff. Nara plus S2. Adjectives. Adjectives. So adjectives plus nara. Nara plus S2 and nouns. Nouns. The same, just noun plus nara. Nara plus S2. Okay, easy.
Plus sentence 2. So if it's true that sentence 1, then it follows that sentence 2. To use this, you need the short form of a verb followed by nara, and then anything in sentence 2. For an e-adjective, you just add nara to the e-adjective. You don't need anything in between it. Sentence 2. Na-adjective is the same. Nouns are the same. You just add nara directly to them. Now, Genki only covers a particular usage of nara, and that is, for example, if someone asks you, do you speak a foreign language? 外国語が話せますか? Then a response could be 日本語なら話せます. So if it's Japanese we're talking about, is what that means, then yes, I can speak it. So that's the only usage of nara that they cover in Genki 2. And then they never talk about it again, which is not good because there's a lot more to it. A lot more to it. I'm sorry to say. The book doesn't cover enough. So the first thing I need to mention is that nara, the conjunction nara, comes from a longer word called naraba. Naraba. It's an older word. It's not really used as much except for in very polite Japanese. Naraba. And sometimes in more dramatic things and in writing. Naraba. That's where it comes from. But in modern Japanese, it's mostly used as nara. It can be used, as I put here, with verbs and nouns and stuff, but technically, you're supposed to put no in between all of these things. Do I have that on the next page? Yeah. Technically speaking, it needs no. So verb plus no plus naraba or nara, and then sentence 2. An e-adjective plus no plus nara. And that's because that nominalizes them. It turns them into nouns. Because technically speaking, you can only use nara with nouns. But in modern Japanese, adjectives are treated like nouns and nouns are nouns, so they can just take nara. In modern Japanese, though, it's just used this way mostly. Verb plus nara, e-adjective plus nara, adjective plus nara.
So that's the old Japanese?
You can nominalizes them. Sentence 2. It's no. All of these things. Do I have that on the next page? Yeah. Technically speaking, it needs no. So verb plus no plus naraba or Japanese. Nara, and then sentence 2. An e-adjective plus no plus nara. And that's because that nominalizes them. It turns them into nouns. Because technically speaking, you can only use nara with nouns. But in modern Japanese, adjectives are treated like nouns and nouns are nouns, so they can just take nara. In modern Japanese, though, it's just used this way mostly. Verb plus nara, e-adjective plus nara, adjective plus nara, noun plus nara, and then the following sentence. The first sentence is supposed to be something that the person speaking believes to be true. They believe that this is a thing that's going to happen. It's definitely going to happen. Maybe someone told them that they're going somewhere. Someone said, I'm going to Japan next year. You could use that with a nara expression. Nihon ni iku nara, for example, right? You can use that because someone just told you that it's true, so you believe it to be true. So you're going to, with that in mind, if that's true, then something. You can't use it with things that are like, that never fail to happen. So for example, every single day, it becomes 12 o'clock at some point in the day. So it's always true that at some point in the day, it will become 12 o'clock. So you can't use this with times. 12時なら
12時なら you cannot use it with
some point in the day. So it's
times.
Always true that at some point in the day, it will become 12 o'clock. At some point in the day. So it's always true that at some point in the day, it will become 12 o'clock. So you can't use this with times. 12時なら
12時なら
You cannot use nara with that.
Okay.
You need a different construction, which I'm not going to go into today.
It's the natural consequences. So you use to
To mean if with those. Nara can't be used in that situation. You can't use it if you never know something will be true. If it's just a random statement, like 来年の3月にオリンピックがあるなら Like if the Olympics happen next March, like I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if it's true. I don't know anything about it. It's not true. In fact, you can't use nara then. You can't. It must be something you believe to be true when you say it. It's a conditional that is mostly It's limited in its usage, very limited in its usage. Don't use it just like a normal if. Let's go on to some example sentences to see how to use it. All right, so this is what Genki goes over. This is the only examples that they go over. 英語なら読めます。If it's English we're talking about,
To be honest, I didn't listen to anything. I didn't understand. They're speaking in the background and I didn't understand. I didn't understand anything. I speak different language. I listen to English. I didn't understand anything.
Or
Nothing, nothing.
Nominatives are used
Again.
Following believes to be true. They believe that this is a thing that's gonna happen.
Hello,
Definitely gonna happen. Maybe someone
Benzerka,
told
how
them
is
that
it
they're
going?
Going somewhere.
So yeah, we just keep going. Congrats on day 164. Thank you very much, Benzerka. Thank you very much. Hopefully you are also on day 25. So almost a month. And we also we still have 10 more days. 10 more days until we finish the challenge. It's been amazing. Hopefully you stay consistent with us, and hopefully we speak also together Japanese one day.
An adjective plus nara now plus nara, and then the following sentence. The first sentence is supposed to
I'm
be
trying to
something
do
that the
nara,
person
but I didn't listen. I didn't understand
believes to be
anything he
true.
said.
They believe that this is a thing that's gonna happen. It's definitely gonna happen. Maybe someone told them that they're going somewhere. Someone said, "I'm going to Japan next year." You could use that with a nara expression. Ah, Nihon ni iku nara.
日本に行くなら。
for example, right? You can use that because someone just told you that it's true, so you believe it to be true. So you're gonna, with that in mind, if that's true, then something. You can't use it with things that are like that never fail to happen. So for example, every single day it becomes 12 o'clock at some point in the day. So it's always true that at some point in the day it will become 12 o'clock. So you can't use this with times. 12時 nara, something happens. You cannot use nara with that. You need a different construction, which I'm not going to go into today, to mean if with those. Nara can't be used in that situation. You can't use it if you never know something will be true. If it's just a random statement, like 来年の3月にオリンピックがあるなら Like if the Olympics happen next March, like I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if it's true. I don't know anything about it. It's not true. In fact, you can't use nada then. You can't. It must be something you believe to be true when you say it. It's a conditional that is mostly, it's limited in its usage, very limited in its usage. Don't use it just like a normal if. Let's go on to some example sentences to see how to use it. All right, so this is what Genki goes over. This is the only examples that they go over. 英語なら読めます. If it's English we're talking about, I can read it. 英語なら読めます. 日本語なら話せます. If it's Japanese as opposed to other languages, I can speak it. ペルーなら行ってみたい. If it's Peru as opposed to other countries that we're talking about, I want to try and go. That's the only usage that they cover, but there's a lot more. Here we go. 日本に来るならラーメンを食べてみてください. If you're coming to Japan, please try to eat ramen. Now, this sentence would not be okay to just say randomly. Like, I can't just say generally speaking to all of you, 日本に来るならラーメンを食べてみてください. That doesn't work because I don't know if you're coming to Japan. I actually have to know that you specifically are coming to Japan. So if you, whoever you are, tell me, I'm going to Japan next month, then I can use nara. Because I know it's true you're going to Japan. So I can say, 日本に来るなら. Oh, if it's true you're coming to Japan. 日本に来るならラーメンを食べてみてください. If you're coming to Japan, then please try to eat ramen. That's when you can use nara. 安藤さんは映画を見に行きたいのなら. I'm using no here just for fun. 僕も見に行きたい. Okay. So this is interesting. 安藤さんは映画に見に行きたい. If it's true that Ando-san wants to go watch a movie, so what might have happened here is someone just told me that Ando-san wants to go watch a movie, or I'm talking to Ando-san and I'm using his name while we're talking. Ando-san just said, I want to go watch a movie. 映画を見に行きたい. Then I can use this. Then I can use nara because I know it to be true. The person just told me. Ando-sanは映画を見に行きたいのなら. If it's true, 僕も見に行きたい. I also want to go. 暑いなら行きません. If it's hot, I won't go.
Wait. 安藤さんは映画を見に行きたいのなら If Ando wants to go to watch a movie 僕も見に行きたい I also want. So do I. Okay, so did
wants to go watch a movie. So what might have happened here is someone just told me that Ando-san wants to go watch a movie.
I
or I'm
know
talking
that-
to Ando-san and I'm using his name while we're talking. Ando-san just said, I want to go watch a movie. 映画を見に行きたい. Then I can use this. Then I can use nara because I know it to be true. The person just told me. Ando-san は映画を見に行きたいのなら, if it's true, 僕も見に行きたい.
僕も
I also
見
want
に
to
行きたい。
go. 暑いなら行きません. If it's hot, I won't go. Now, this wouldn't work if I didn't know that it was hot at the place. Someone just told
暑
me
い
the
なら
beach is really hot today.
行きません。
じゃあ暑いなら行きません. And that brings us to
So,
the
so basically he's saying, 暑いなら行きません. Someone told him it's hot. But if you're just assuming if it's hot, like if the weather in the summer is hot, 暑いなら行きません. You cannot use なら. Maybe you can use something else. So you have to know that it's hot. But if you don't know, if you're just assuming, you cannot use なら, I think.
told me the beach is really hot today. じゃあ暑いなら行きません. And that brings us to the
If you just want to say, if it's hot, I will not go, you cannot use nara. If you are just, you don't know it's hot, you just guessing. If you just say, just stating that if it's hot, I will not go. You cannot use nara, I think.
conversation.
Maybe you use,
ほら
maybe you use tara
入りたく
or ba. I think ba and tara have the similar usage.
なると言いましたよ。
ほら、入りたくなると
ちょ
言いま
っ
したよ。
と気持ちいい。
まあな。
腰まで
ちょっと
入れましたね。もう少し深いところまで行きましょう。深いところ
深い
なら
ところなら
やだ。
やだ。
少しだけ
少
です
しだけ
よ
で。すよ。
ちょっとだけなら
ちょっとだけなら
行ってみる。
で見る
Full。speed。ほら、入りたくなると言いましたよ。まあな、ちょっと気持ちいい。腰まで入れましたね。もう少し深いところまで行きましょう。深いところなら嫌だ。少しだけですよ。
少しだけですよ。
ちょっとだけなら行ってみる。Okay, let's go over the English. ほら。This isn't covered in Genki, so it's black and light blue. And it means, see? I told you. Or, look, I told you. It basically means I told you so. ほら。入りたくなると言いましたよ。I said you'd want to get in. まあな。ちょっと気持ちいい。Yeah, well, it kind of feels good. 腰まで入れましたね。You were able to get in up to your waist, eh? Okay, this word isn't in either Genki book. And I don't know why, because you will hear it all the time. And it means waist or lower back. Now, Japanese people say all the time, koshite. Japanese people's lower backs are constantly in pain. All the time. I kind of believe them too. And it's probably because they grew up sitting on the floor all the time. But every Japanese person I've always ever known, their lower back always hurts. And the word for that is koshi. So it should show up in the book because you're going to hear it all the time. Koshi,
Wait,
lower back.
so
or
koshi have a kanji also. New kanji. Koshi. Okay. Koshi, lower back. So is it? It is similar to onaka. Onaka. Almost similar to onaka. Stomach. It has the same tsuki. And oh, that's different. This one is not this. Okay, well, the same tsuki, but it's similar. Okay.
waist. It's also waist. So getting into the water up to your waist would also be koshi. It also showed up in every single book I've read so far this year. At least 10 times each book. So it's an important word. もう少し深いところまで行きましょう。深い also doesn't show up in the book. It's fairly important. It means deep. Let's go to a slightly deeper spot. もう少し深いところまで行きましょう。深いところなら So I know it's true. I know that it's deeper. It's deep because the person just told me. もう少し深いところまで行きましょう。So if it's true that it's deeper, the spot is deeper. 深いところならやだ。I don't want to. Yada means I don't want to or I hate that or no. It also means no. It's a good word. Yada. 少しだけですよ. Just a little or only a little.
少しだけですよ。
ちょっとだけなら
ちょっとだけなら
言ってみる. If it's true that it's just a little or only a little,
ちょっとだけなら
言ってみる. I'll try and go. 言ってみる. So the question for this section is
僕はあな
あなた
たの
の国に行きます.
国に行きます。
I'm going to your country. I am. 僕はあなたの国に行きます. Little role play here.
何をした方がいいです
した
か
方がいいですか? What should I do there? So your response to this will be, it should be your
私の国に来るのからなら、スーラキを食べます。
your country name. Country に来るのなら何々をした方がいいですよ. So please put your country name and the thing that I should do here. For example, 日本に来るならラーメンを食べた方がいいですよ. So you can replace this した with whatever verb it is for the thing that I'm supposed to do. So ラーメンを食べた方がいいですよ. Okay? So that's how I want you to answer the question. 僕はあなたの国に行きます。何をした方がいいですか? So this section is frequency in Japanese. The next section after this is the bonus section about turning adjectives into adverbs. So let's go ahead and jump into frequency in Japanese. Frequency is sort of expressed like this. You take a period of time with the ni particle and then add the frequency. The frequency can be number of times, number of hours, number of days, number of months, number of weeks, whatever. Doesn't matter. But basically you get a number plus nichi, unless it's 2, 3, 4, then it becomes 2日、3日、4日. Lesson 13 covers all of those. Those are different readings of days. So day 1 is 1日, 2 days is 2日. It's also the second of the month. 3日 is 3 days. It's also the third of the month. 4日 4. 5日 is 5, etc., etc. So you have to go over the vocabulary in the book for that.
This
Or if
is
you're on the
also
Patreon,
one
it's in
thing.
the vocabulary videos. Please.
This is also one thing I'm thinking about. So I need to make for each an Excel for each of these. So for example, the days of the month, I want to make an Excel and make a video about it on YouTube. So what is it? 1日, I think 1日or yeah, something like, and like list all of the 31 days in one Excel and make a video about it. So okay, we'll see.
Please check out the Patreon if you get a chance.
After
I haven't
the challenge,
pushed an ad
maybe,
for that
or-
at all this entire lesson, but so yeah, you take
See.
the day, the number of days, ni number of times, or number of hours if it's 1 hour. If it's 1 day, for example, 1日に1回. So
1日
in
に
1 day, I do 1 time. Or number of weeks. Number plus 週間. Number of weeks ni how many times, how many days. Number of ヶ月に how many times, how many days. In a number of years. 1年に何回 or how many days. It's kind of weird looking at it that way. It's much easier with examples. So we've got 1日に1時間読みます. I read 1 hour per day. 1日に1時間読みます. You don't need a particle after that, by the way. Just keep that in mind. 3日に1時間読みます. I read 1 hour every 3 days. 3日に1時間読みます。1ヶ月に2日くらい食べに行きます。I go out to eat about 2 days per month. So 1ヶ月、2ヶ月、3ヶ月. You basically just use the 1, 2, 3, 4, but for 1, before cause, generally chi turns into a small tsu. 1ヶ月に2日くらい食べに行きます。I go out to eat about 2 days per month. 1年に1回ハワイ。
1日に1時間読みます。I read 1 hour per day. 3日に1時間読みます。I read 1 hour every 3 days. Per day. Okay. 1日に3日に1ヶ月に2日くらい食べにいます。I go out to eat about 2 days per month.
I go out to eat about 2 days per month. 1年に1回ハワイに行きます。That's a lie. I wish it was true. 1年に1回ハワイに行きます。So in 1 year, I go to Hawaii once. One time. That's
Okay.
frequency. That's just the construction. Just number, the period of time. に the number of times, the number of days, the number of hours, whatever. 2ヶ月後 2 months later. 最近何していますか？
2ヶ月後。
最近
最近
1週
何し
間に
ていますか？
3回くらい海に泳ぎに行っている。
海に行っている。
え、そうですか？
そうですか？
まあ、
まあ、
楽しいし。でしょ？
でしょ？
Let's go over full speed. 最近何していますか？最近1週間に3回くらい海に泳ぎに行っています。
海に泳ぎに行っています。行っている。
え、そうですか？
そうですか？
まあ、楽しいし。
楽しいし。
でしょ？ Let's go over the English for that. 最近何していますか？ What have you been up to recently? 最近 recently? 1週間に3回くらい about 3 times per week 海に泳ぎに行っている I'm going swimming at the sea え、そうですか？え、really? そうですか means really? まあ、楽しいし There's our she from earlier. It's fun and stuff. That's a very common way to end a sentence. It's just an adjective plus she. Dot, 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 dot. I use it all the time. まあ、楽しいし Well, it's fun and stuff. There's other reasons, but it's fun and stuff. でしょ? That's a good word to end with. Just means right? I told you so. Basically, it's another I told you so. Right? でしょ? Please give that a shot. The final question before the bonus section is
どのくらい
どのぐらい食べに行きますか?
どのくらい
About how often do you go out
食べ
to
に
eat?
行きます
So
か?
for example, for us, maybe it would be 2週間に1回ぐらい食べに行きます. Our last and final section is bonus. So the bonus is turning adjectives into adverbs. So to turn adjectives into adverbs, it's a very useful thing to be able to do. All you need to do is take an e adjective, cut the e. Oh, there it is. Cut the e, add ku, and then you have a verb because obviously adverbs, they modify verbs. For not adjectives, you just add ni and then the verb. So for example, kibishi, strict, becomes kibishiku plus a verb to do something in a strict manner.
I understand. I remember.
Which means long-lasting happiness.
幸せの
To
味
do something, turn it into an adverb. 幸せに plus the verb. Now it's an adverb. Some other example.
Okay, this is important. This is important. So e adjective, okay. Turn. Modify verbs. Modify verbs by turning adjectives into adverbs. By turning all into adverbs. So you remove e with the e adjectives and add ku. I think I've seen this. I've definitely seen this one before. Yeah, so you modify the verb minus e plus ku plus verb. So and the verb is modified. Now adjective you plus ni. So you don't remove the na plus ni plus verb. So kibishi okay, it's don't know, I just have to write the whole kanji. Kibishi again. Kibishi plus verb. Kibishi plus verb. Kibishi plus verb. Kibishiku. Kibishi becomes kibishiku. And shiawase no aji. Taste of happiness. Shiawase easy. Shiawase. Okay. Shiawase becomes shiawase ni. Shiawase ni. So without the na. No na. Just ni. Maybe ni instead of na, or shiawase ni plus verb. Okay.
Kibishiku plus a verb to do something in a strict manner. Shiawase, which means long-lasting happiness, to do something turned into an adverb. Shiawase ni plus the verb. Now it's an adverb. So some other examples are karaku tsukurimashita. Kuraku tsukurimashita. This means I made it spicy. Karaku tsukurimashita. Karai is the adjective for spicy, so you cut the e, add ku instead, or turn the e into a ku if you prefer to think of it that way. Karaku tsukurimashita. I made it spicy. Tanoshiku asondeiru. They are having fun playing. Literally, they are playing fun. Jozu ni dekimashita. You're gonna hear this one a lot. This is a very common way to praise kids when they finish something. They've done their homework well, or they made, not even just kids. You can say this to anyone. Jozu ni dekimashita. You did it a good job, or you were able to do it skillfully. What it literally means, but you did a good job is probably the best translation of it. But jozu ni dekimashita. That's the end of lesson 13. We finished our first lesson of Genki 2. Good job, guys. I'll just throw up a quick little plug for the Patreon. On the Patreon, we have textbook practice videos so that you can do the textbook practice at the end of each lesson in the book. It's made for partners, basically, or for a classroom environment. And a lot of you are studying on your own. So what we did is we became your partners in the textbook practice videos on the Patreon so that you have someone to do those exercises with in video format. We've also got vocabulary videos where you can get to shadow and repeat after Yuki's native pronunciation. And I tell you what they mean, and I go on rants about what I think those words are good for, or if I think Genki treats them in a poor manner, whatever. Rants. And then there's the listening and shadow.
Okay, anyways.
Minasan,
I think he was talking in the end.
Good evening, everyone.
About partners, exercise partners.
Have actually come back to me and told me that you can the shadowing videos have helped them improve their speed and fluency in speaking Japanese a lot better. And actually someone's native Japanese teacher just recommended the shadowing videos from my Patreon to their student, and that student became a patron. So thank you so much, whoever recommended them. I really, really appreciate that. That's the plug. You shadow us, shadowing helps.
So one thing I was thinking about is to do exercises with partners
on the Patreon so that you have someone to do those exercises with.
Yeah, this is also one idea that I have. I have many ideas. Many ideas are coming, but I'm not doing anything about them. I need to start doing.
Minasan.
This is one idea I just was thinking about the other day. But okay, I need to write them down, write all the ideas, and start actually doing something.
Oha konbannichiwa and happy Halloween! If you don't know who I am, it's probably not 2020 anymore. Welcome to Genki 2, lesson 14. Today we're going to be covering I want a thing with hoshii, maybe with kamoshirenai, giving and receiving with a few different words, giving advice with tarado desu ka, and nothing but
ageru, kureru, and morai.
And as many as. But before we get into that, I just want to mention that if you're finding Tokini Andy helpful and you'd like to support, we have a Patreon. And on Patreon, we do things like textbook practice videos where Yuki and I are your partners. We do listening and shadowing videos for dialogues from this lesson and from the books as well. We've also got a merch store. There's a link right down in the description right now. And if you're a patron, there's also pretty big discounts right now. Free shipping and 15% off, I believe. And of course, one of the best ways you can help support this channel is by sharing these videos with anyone you know who might be studying Japanese.
Okay,
so,
I think maybe we will not watch the whole video. It's 10 o'clock. Maybe 30 minutes. Maybe 30 minutes. So about ageru kureru. Maybe here. Then we'll watch the rest tomorrow. Okay.
Enough of that. All right, guys. So the first thing we're covering today, after I let you take is the kanji. Look at all of the coloring. This is the general coloring we'll be using. So I want something. So to say you want something in Japanese, remember we've already covered tai, which is the conjugation. You put it at the end of verbs like
That's
tabe
hoshi,
tai, I
saying
want
you
to
want
eat.
something.
To say you want to do something. But when you want an item, generally we use this e adjective called hoshi. So we do it with this pattern, basically. Watashi wa plus a thing, ga, you mark the thing with ga, hoshi. Hoshi is just the adjective, and that means that you want whatever that thing is. Now, I don't usually put watashi wa in my slides in the examples, because generally things like that are dropped in conversation. The reason I put
Wait, so tai is when you want to do something, but hoshi is when you want something, not a verb. So, okay, that's the difference. And there is also another want, but I forgot now. Maybe we do it later.
something in Japanese. Remember we've already covered tai, which is
Okay.
the conjugation. You put it at the end of verbs like tabe tai, I want to eat.
I want
to
to
say you
do
want to
something.
do something.
With the verbs.
But when you want an item, generally we
So it's used with a noun. It's not used with verbs. Okay.
use this e adjective called hoshi. So we do it with this pattern, basically.
So it's an adjective. It's an adjective. Tai is a verb conjugation, but hoshi is an adjective. Okay.
Watashi wa plus a thing, ga, you mark the thing with ga, hoshi. Hoshi is just the adjective, and that means that you want whatever that thing is. Now, I don't usually put watashi wa in my slides in the examples, because generally things like that are dropped in conversation. The reason I put it here is because I want to point out that generally speaking, you use hoshi for yourself when you want something, not when someone else wants something. We'll get to that in a little bit. But when you want something,
Yeah, I don't know. Arigato. Yeah, one idea that I have is to bring people and make like exercises together. Like Genki, for example, if we open Genki, we make partners. So study. So there are the exercises on Genki book 2, textbook. No, the book. Genki textbook. Let's say this third edition. So the exercises on Genki are needed partners, verb conjugations, verbs, irregular verbs. Yo, what is this? Anyways, but the exercises, listening comprehension, this is the third edition. Suggestion using this is different. The third edition is different. So textbook, okay. I did the second edition. So the exercises, what I want to show is these ones. For the exercises here, pair work. This is what I was trying to see. So one idea that I really want to do is to do pair work with people who want to do exercises, like bring them on here on the group, for example, on Discord. And do pair work. I prepare some exercises from Genki or from anywhere else, and we try to do pair work. I think that would be actually very, very good, because you need to speak. You need to practice to speak. That's a very good and fun. Also, I try to make it fun, as fun as possible, for sure. Anyone who wants to come, for example, want to speak. It would be a very good practice. This is also one of the ideas that I had very long time ago, but I still didn't do anything, to be honest. So pair work is one idea I want to work on. I have to write it down. Pair work, I remember it, but yeah, this is one of the, like, we make a study community. But anyways,
You
for now, let's
use
just continue.
欲しい. Okay? Now, if it's not a thing that you want, something that you desire specifically, you're going to use the verb, the conjugation tai. If there is a way you can say it with a verb and tai, you're going to use that instead. But if there's an item that you want, you can use hoshi. There can also be some like a noun of some sort that you want. Like for example, there's a sentence later in the lesson, yasumi, which is vacation or holiday. You can use hoshi with things like that because it is a noun. So when you're using nouns and saying that you want that noun, not necessarily an item, but a noun, you're going to use hoshi like this. Thing plus ga plus hoshi. So one thing I want to mention, I've already mentioned it actually, is that the particle that the thing will take is ga. Nice and big there, right? Thing plus ga plus hoshi. So let's go ahead and jump into some example sentences because I think that's going to help you understand it a little bit more. The first one is hon ga hoshii desu. I want
Wait,
a
what
book.
did he say
That's it.
previously?
It's the
Watashi wa particles.
hoshi. So
ga,
one thing I want
ga.
to mention, I've already mentioned
Always ga. Okay.
it actually, is that the particle that the thing will take is
Always ga.
ga. Nice and big there, right? Thing plus ga plus hoshi. So let's go ahead and jump into some example sentences because I think that's going to help you understand it a
Hon
little
ga
bit more.
hoshii
The first
desu.
one is hon ga hoshii
Hon ga
desu.
hoshii
I
desu.
want a book.
Book.
That's it. It's the
That's
super basic sentence. Hon ga.
Hon
The
ga
item is marked by
hoshii
ga.
desu.
Hoshii desu. Now you can put desu at the end of any e adjective to make it sound a little bit more polite. It's not required. Generally, it's often dropped, especially in conversation, but you can add it. So hon ga hoshii desu. Notice I didn't have the kanji in the examples. It's written commonly both with and without kanji. So it's sort of up to you. I'm not sure if there's a rule. I like to use it. I like this kanji, so I generally use it when
No, I
I'm using
use
it. If
it.
I'm
I
typing,
use it. I
typing
like
in
using
text or whatever.
kanji for
But that's
sure.
just me. Our next sentence is another basic one. It's manga ga hoshii. I want a comic book. Manga ga hoshii. Kimetsu no Yaiba no manga ga hoshii. I want the Kimetsu no Yaiba manga. Chocolate mo hoshii. Now this one's a little bit tricky. You'll notice it's not ga, it's mo. Now you know that mo can replace wo or ga when you want to say also. So think of these two sentences as coming one right after the other. So manga ga hoshii. Chocolate mo hoshii. I want a comic book. And I also want chocolate. Okay? So you can replace ga with mo. That is perfectly okay. One other thing I wanted to mention, that you conjugate hoshii just like you would an e adjective. So for example, hon ga hoshii desu. Hon ga hoshii. So you can drop the des. Hon ga hoshiku nai desu. That means you don't want the thing. Hon ga hoshiku nai desu. You can also drop the des. Hon ga hoshiku nai. You can also get even more polite and conjugate e adjectives like this. Hon ga hoshiku arimasen. It's the same as hoshiku nai. It just means you don't want the thing. Hon ga hoshikatta desu. I wanted a book. Hon ga hoshiku nakatta desu. I didn't want a book. So past tense negative. Hon ga hoshiku arimasen deshita. There's the most polite form. Well, it's not the most polite, but the most polite form that we know so far in the book of the negative past tense. So you conjugate it just like a regular e adjective. Some more complicated sentences. We have 高校生の時スケートボードが欲しかった。When I was in high school, I wanted a skateboard. とっても疲れているから休みが欲しいな。とっても疲れているから休みが欲しいな。I'm really tired, so I seriously want a vacation. And that seriously
とても疲れているから休みが欲しいな。
I'm
I'll be AFK for maybe 30 minutes or so. AFK, I don't know what AFK, but I assume you're going to be off for 30 minutes. Okay. Take care, Yuki. We'll wait for you patiently. We will be here learning. Away from keyboard. Okay. Nice little, what do you call them? I forgot. What do you call only words, only letters?
translating the na here is seriously. I should probably make that black. But I'm kind of adding
AFK,
emphasis with the na.
Okay.
So I added seriously.
Acronym. Yes,
最近寂しくて
Acronym. It's a Greek word. Acronym. Yeah, I forgot about that.
友達が欲しくなった。So this is actually using naru, the auxiliary verb naru. So 欲しくなる means became want a friend. 欲しくなった. I
欲しくなった
became wanting a friend. Now, it sounds really weird in English, but it's actually very common in Japanese to say that you became want something. You became e adjective. So 欲しくなった means I became to want a friend, which sounds weird in English, but it's okay. So you may be wondering what you should say if you very なった. I became wanting a friend. Now, it sounds really weird in English, but it's actually very common. なった. So this is actually using
最近寂しくて
seriously. I should probably make that black, but I'm kind of adding emphasis with the na, so I added seriously there. 最近寂しくて友達が欲しくなった. So this is actually using
Recently.
naru,
最近
the
寂しくて
auxiliary verb naru. So 欲しくなる means became want a friend. 欲しくなった. I became wanting a friend. Now, it sounds really weird in English, but it's actually very common in Japanese to say that you became want something. You became e adjective. So 欲しくなった means I became to want a friend, which sounds weird in English, but it's okay. So you may be wondering what you should say if you want to say that somebody else wants something. Like in English, we don't really have to think about this. You can just say Yuki wants something. It's perfectly fine to say that somebody else wants a thing. But in Japanese, you can't just go ahead and use hoshi when you want to say to somebody, or when you want to say that somebody else wants something. You can't say that. It's too presumptuous. You don't know for sure what they're feeling, what they want, so you can't use hoshi in that way. Instead, we use the verb, which actually uses the exact same kanji, hoshigaru. Hoshigaru. It's just like tagaru, right? Remember tagaru? For example, tabetagaru, tabetagatteiru, looks like they want to eat. Well, it's basically the same construction, but with hoshi. So hoshigaru means somebody looks like they want something. So it's the same exact construction, except that we use the o particle instead of the ga particle for this. So person marked by that, we use the o particle. What else wants something. You can't say that. It's too presumptuous. You don't know for sure what they're feeling, what they want, so you can't use hoshi in that way. Instead, we use the verb, which actually uses the exact same kanji, hoshigaru. Hoshigaru. It's just like tagaru, right? Remember tagaru? For example, tabetagaru, tabetagatteiru, looks like they want to eat. Well, it's basically the same construction, but with hoshi. So hoshigaru means somebody looks like they want something. So it's the same exact construction, except that we use the o particle instead of the ga particle for this. So person marked by wa, so the person that wants a thing, wa, thing, wo, hoshigatteiru. Now the most common way to use hoshigaru is with the teiru form. Hoshigatteiru is when you're most commonly going to use it. So hoshigaru is conjugated just like any godan verb. It's conjugated like a godan verb. Teiru.
Thing plus o plus hoshi. Hoshi. Hoshigatteiru. Okay.
Form. Hoshigatteiru is when you're most commonly going to use it. So hoshigaru is conjugated just like any godan verb. It's conjugated like a godan verb, right? So we've got hon wo hoshigaru or hon wo hoshigatteiru. Hon wo hoshigatteimasu. Hon wo hoshigatteita. So past, they looked like they wanted something in the past. Hon wo hoshigatteimashita, more polite. Hon ga hoshigatteinai, they don't look like they want that thing, or the book in this case. Hon mo hoshigatteimasen, more polite. Hon ga hoshigatteinakatta. Past tense, negative, not polite. I'm just lots of examples here to show you how you can use it. So a couple examples, basically the same ones as before, but with hoshigaru. I just wanted to mention really quickly that you can also use hoshi, but with to itteimashita. So in the same way, you can say hon ga hoshii to itteimashita. So they said they want a book. So in that case, if someone said they want a thing, you can say that they said it, and that's okay. Then you can use hoshi. So hon ga hoshii to itteimashita. But you could also say hon mo hoshigatteiru. Our next sentence is manga wo hoshigatteiru. So they appear to want a comic book. They appear to want a comic book. And I know that it's a they or he or she because we're using hoshigatteiru. You wouldn't use that for yourself. You don't say, I look like I want a comic book. You don't say
本
that.
が欲
You
し
say,
い
I want
と
one.
言ってい
チョ
ました。
コレート
They
を
said they want a book.
欲しがっていない。
漫
They
画
do
を
not
欲し
appear
がっている。
to want chocolate. So let's go ahead and jump into our first dialogue of the
Again.
night. I'll read it slowly.
Again, okay? 本が欲しいと言っていました。They said they want a book. Okay. So when you add they said, you just add 欲しい normally because you're just quoting.
I just wanted to mention really quickly that you can also use 欲しい but with と言っていました. So in the same way, you can say 本が欲しいと言っていました. So
Because
they said they want a book.
Yeah.
So in that case, if someone said they want a thing, you can say that they said it, and that's okay. Then you can use 欲しい. So 本が欲しいと言っ
but
ていまし
when
た.
they don't say when you don't quote what they say,
But
you
you
use 欲しがっている to say that they appear they want. So you don't know exactly if they want or not. Because it's rude in Japan to assume that they want something. So you use 欲しがっている.
could
Okay.
also say 本も欲しがっている. Our next
漫
sentence
画を
is
欲しがっている. They
欲しがっている.
appear to want
So they
a comic
appear to
book.
want a comic book. They appear to want a comic book. And I know that it's a they or he or she because we're using 欲しがっている. You wouldn't use that for yourself.
For yourself. Yeah, okay.
You don't say, I look like I
understand.
want a comic book. You don't say that.
You just, for me, because I know I want, I say, well, 漫画を欲しい. 漫画を欲しい, that's it.
You say, I want one. チョコレートを欲しがっていない.
欲しがっ
They
てい
do
ない。
not appear to want chocolate. So let's go ahead and jump into our first dialogue of the night. I'll read it
Okay, I
slowly
think
one
I
time and then
understand
at
now.
full speed,
I
and then we'll go over
understand
the English translation and we'll go over the
understand
question
Hoshi.
and I'll get to your questions. All right, so
チョコレート800
チョコレート100箱が欲しいで
欲
す。
しいです。
100箱なんで
100箱なんで
300箱が欲しいですから。
300箱が欲し
どう
いですから。
いうことバレンタインデーでプレゼントをあげた人からホワイトデーで3倍ももらいますよ。そうか。
そうか。
はい、full speed。チョコレート100箱が欲しいです。100箱なんで300箱が欲しいですから。どういうことバレンタインデーでプレゼントをあげた人からホワイトデーで3倍ももらいますよ。そうか。So the English for that. So チョコレート100箱が欲しいです。So in this lesson, Genki does not cover boxes. There's 5 other counters in
I
the
know
lesson.
Hako boxes. I know Hako from Anki. So it's consisted of tame, I think tame, which are bamboo. This bamboo, the lines, actual lines go down. So it looks like 2Ks above, but they are actually lines. And ki, which is a tree, and me, I. Okay.
Some we're not going to go over them tonight, but they're in the book, in the vocabulary, which you can get on Patreon if you'd like. I wanted to add boxes as another counter because it's pretty common, counting boxes. And I like how it sounds. 100箱. It changes a little bit depending on how many there are, as you may know about counters. This one changes to 箱 when you have 100. 100箱が欲しいです。100箱? なんで? 100 boxes. Why? Why do you want 100 boxes of chocolate? 300箱が欲しいですから because I want 300 boxes. どういうこと? What are you talking about? So どういうこと is basically an expression all within itself. If you want to break it down, it's what or how, say, こと thing, right? But it means what are you talking about? どういうこと or what are they talking about or what do you mean? どういうこと Very common. I really like this one. どういうこと What are you talking about? バレンタインデーでプレゼントをあげた人からホワイトデーで3倍ももらえますよ。Because on White Day, you get as much as 3 times what you gave. There should be a comment there. Back from whoever you give a present to on Valentine's Day. That is a mouthful, but basically, yeah. So in Japan, we have this thing called White Day. On Valentine's Day, generally, girls give chocolate or presents to guys. And then on White Day, guys are supposed to give back 3 times whatever they received.
What?
And White Day is March 14th. So basically, if Yuki were to give me a box of chocolates, I'm supposed to give her back 3 boxes of chocolates worth an equal amount. So 3 times what she gave me. That's just how it works here. Valentine's Day, White Day. So this person wants to buy 100 boxes because they want 300 boxes back, apparently. そうか. Oh. So that's our section. Our question for this section is 何が欲しいですか? What do you want? So please give me the item が欲しいです or without the des, whichever you want.
何が欲しいです。日本語の本が欲しい。I want a Japanese book.
何が欲しいですか? What do you want? What is a thing that you want? All right, so jumping on to maybe with かもしれ
日本語の本が欲しい。
ない. Maybe in Japanese, it's basically a short form verb or a short form sentence plus かもしれない. So the short form of
Maybe かもしれない。Why? I don't remember that. かもしれない。What? Saying maybe. Maybe
a
short
verb
form plus
かもしれない.
かもしれない。
The short form of an e adjective, in other words, no dis, plus かもしれない. Non-adjective, nothing in between it, plus かもしれない. And then a noun with nothing in between it, plus かもしれない. Now, かもしれない and でしょう are quite similar, but でしょう is a little bit more certain about it. でしょう means like probably and sort of maybe, but more if you're looking at it on a line. でしょう is more up towards probably, and かもしれない is sort of maybe, but I feel like a little bit more certain than an English maybe. In my mind, I found people use かもしれない to mean something closer to probably. But the best translation we have for it in English is maybe. Just something to keep in mind. So it's pretty easy to use. The book, Genki presents it as かもしれません, but that's basically the polite version of かもしれない. So here are some ways you could use it. 本が欲しいかもしれない. I might want a book. 本が欲しいかもしれない. I might want a book. 歩くかもしれません. I might walk. So there we got the more polite version. かもしれませんね. ケチかも. I might be stingy. So kechi is a vocabulary word from this lesson. It means stingy, sort of tight with your money. And you can cut the shiremasen part, the shirenai part, and just be left with kamo in casual conversation. So you can just use kamo. Very common. Kechi kamo. Sensei kamo shirenai ne. So this is with the noun. Noun,
I have to leave. I won't be
verb,
back at the PC today. So I have a nice day, bro. Thank you very much, Sensei Vic. Thank you for coming by. So yeah, good appetit. And have a oyasumi nasai. Thank you, and Yuki Sensei. I think in 30 minutes we will also be done here until we reach Ageru and Kureru and done. That's it. And that's it. Yeah, goodbye and good night. Good night. Oyasumi nasai. If I don't see you again. Oyasumi nasai. And matashita, of course.
I'm all here. Sensei kamoshirenai ne. You're right. They might be a teacher. Sensei kamoshirenai ne. Some more complicated sentences. We've got その本が好きかもしれないよ. You might like that book, you know? So that's yeah, we got them all here. Sensei かもしれない. You can just use かも. Very common. ケチかも. Sensei かもしれないね. So this is with the noun. Noun, non-adjective, verb, e-adjective. We got them all here. Sensei かもしれないね. You're right. They might be a teacher. Sensei かもしれないね. Some more complicated sentences. We've got その本が好きかもしれないよ. You might like that book, you know? So that's the you know is the yo. その本が好きかもしれないよ. You might like that book. Here's a much longer sentence. 遅れるかもしれないので待たないでください. I might be late. So please don't wait. Oh, that rhymed. It wasn't supposed to. I might be late. So please don't wait. 遅れるかもしれないので待たないでください. 先生だったかもしれませんがよく見られませんでした. So that might have been a teacher. Have been, right? We've got the datta past tense. But I couldn't see them well. 見られませんでした。先生だったかもしれませんが
Okay, I need to see the sentences again because I wasn't paying attention.
Book. 歩くかもしれません. I might walk. So there we got the more.
So, 本が欲しいかもしれない. I might want a book. 歩くか 歩くかもしれません. I might walk.
Polite version. かもしれませんね.
Wait, かもしれません, not yeah. Wait, I'm not. Why is it negative though? Why is it-
Maybe.
かもしれない. Ah, かもしれない is the okay.
And then a noun with nothing in between it, plus かもしれない. Now, かもしれない and でしょう are quite similar, but でしょう is a little bit more certain about it. でしょう means like probably and sort of maybe, but more if you're looking at it on a line. でしょう is more up towards probably, and かもしれない is sort of maybe, but I feel like a little bit more certain than an English maybe. In my mind, I found people use かもしれない to mean something closer to probably. But the best translation we have for it in English is maybe. Just something to keep in mind. So it's pretty easy to use. The book, Genki presents it as かもしれません, but that's basically the polite version of かもしれない. So here are some ways you could use it. 本が欲しいかもしれない. I might want a book. 本が欲しいかもしれない. I might want a book. 歩くかもしれません. I might walk. So there we got the more polite version. かもしれません.
かもしれない. 歩くかもしれません. I might walk.
ね。ケチかも.
ケチかも.
I might be stingy. So ケチ is a vocabulary word from this lesson. It means stingy, sort of tight with your money. And you can cut the しれません part, the しれない part, and just be left with かも in casual conversation. So you can just use かも. Very common. ケチかも. 先生かもしれないね. So this
先生かもしれないね.
is with a noun. Noun, adjective, verb, adjective. We got them all here. 先生かもしれないね.
Verb, 歩く. 歩く, you just use the other verb, short form.
You're right. They might be a teacher. 先生かもしれないね. Some more complicated sentences we've got. その本が好きかもしれないよ. You might like that book, you know? So that's the you know is the yo. その本が好きかもしれないよ. You might like that book. Here's a much longer sentence. 遅れるかもしれない.
その本が好きかもしれないよ. You might like that book. You might like that book. この本が好きかもしれない
ので book. Here's a much longer sentence. 遅れるかもしれないので待たないでください。
Because 遅れる I don't know what 遅れる I might be late. Because I might be late. So please don't wait.
I might
待た
be
ないで
late.
ください。
So please don't wait. Oh, that rhymed. It wasn't supposed to. I might be late, so please don't wait. 遅れるかもしれないので待たないでください。先生だったかもしれませんが、よく見られませんでした。So that might have been a teacher. Have
先生だったかもしれませんが but
been, right? We've got the だった past tense. But I couldn't see them well. 見られませんでした。先生だったかもしれませんが、よく見られませんでした。Couldn't see them well. よく is an adverb that means well. That's actually one from this lesson. And that brings us to the dialogue. So I'll read it slowly once, then at full speed, and we'll go over the English translation. So, 100箱じゃなくて、100個買ったらどう？なんでですか？だってみんなが返さないかも。でも返すかもしれませんよ。まあ、そうかもしれないけど、買います。じゃあ、10万円です。Full speed。100箱じゃなくて100個買ったらどう？なんでですか？だってみんなが返さないかも。でも返すかもしれませんよ。まあそうかもしれないけど買います。じゃあ10万円です。Jumping into the English. You'll notice that these people are talking with a mixture of polite and casual Japanese. So Y is using casual Japanese and R is using slightly more polite Japanese. You can assume that maybe Y is older. They set an amount of money, so it seems that they're actually also working at a store. So maybe R is a friend of Y that came in. And then suddenly when she's giving money, if we go back up and look here, when she's asking for money, she gets polite because she has to. It's her job now. 10万円です。Give me 100,000 yen. 100箱じゃなくて、100個買ったらどう Instead of 100 boxes, not 100 boxes, why don't you buy 100 pieces? So, こ is pieces. It's a generic counter for small things. So, 100個買ったらどう Now, this 買ったらどう is actually the fourth section of this lesson. 買ったらどうですか is the full construction, and it means why don't you do something? In this case, why don't you buy? We're going to go over that later on if you want to stick around and find out more about that. Stick around and find out more about that. All right, so the next one was, なんでですか Why? だって cause みんなが返さないかも Everyone might not return the favor. So 返す means to give back. I've translated very colloquially here to mean return the favor. They might not give it back to you. It doesn't sound as good, doesn't flow as much. This might be something you might say in English more. 返さない just means to return something. So みんなが返さないかも Talking about White Day here. でも返すかもしれませんよ But they might. In other words, they might return the favor. So I use the verb there, but in English we wouldn't say the verb all over again. 返すかもしれませんよ Now you couldn't drop the verb here. でもかもしれませんよ You don't really use it on its own. You want to have the verb there. 返すかもしれませんよ In English, we would just say, but they might. まあ、そうかもしれないけど Well, yeah, maybe, but so this is a fun little sentence. So is like, yeah, maybe. かもしれないけど but. It's a very Englishy sentence actually, but it works. まあ、そうかもしれないけど買います I will buy them. I will buy. じゃあ、10万円です Okay, then it's 100,000 yen. 10万円です You remember, in Japanese we count in 10,000. So we count in ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and 10,000s is what we count in. In English, we only count in thousands, then millions, etc., etc. Japanese is 10,000s, then I believe it's 100 millions, and then more and more and more. So this is 10万円. This, about $1,000. So the question is, 10万円をあげます。
10万円を
何をしますか
あげます。
100万円. So the question is, I'm going to give you 1 million yen. So that's 1 million yen, which would be about $10,000. 何をしますか What are you going to do? And tell me what you might do. Use かもしれない. I'm going to do this. かもしれない. So giving and receiving, do. Use
かもしれない I don't know. So we have how many minutes? 日本に旅行かもしれない。
use かもしれない. I'm going to do this. かもしれない. So giving and receiving in Japanese, it's a tough one. I struggled with figuring out how I could explain this well because I think everyone struggles with this one.
Okay, because it is a tough one, let's do it tomorrow. So, あげる、くれる, do it tomorrow. Giving advice and しか and more. Nothing but and not as many. Okay, these three we do them tomorrow. Let's do them tomorrow. Sunday, easy relaxation day. We do them tomorrow. And also because this one is not much. So, okay. Tomorrow. Let's finish with Anki now. Finish with a bit Anki. Maybe watch, after watching Anki, maybe watch Yuta. 日本語レーニング。
全部わかってますみたいな。
俺
全部わかってますみたいな。
俺全部わかってますみたいな。
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 俺全部わかってますみたいな。Okay. So me, wait, I didn't translate it.
俺全部わかってますみたいな。
俺全部わかってます I understood everything. 見たいます。見たいます I don't know. Completely. 見たい means seems like covered again later. 見たい means completely. I completely understand. Or it seems like I understand. Okay. Wait, no. 全部 it seems like I completely understand. 全部 means completely. Completely understand. Okay. Or it seems. So the sentence continues. Ore, I completely understand. Mitai. So the sentence continues. Okay, let's do it again.
ここにおります。
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 ここにおります。So we get off here. We descend here. We get off here. I get off here.
すべての問題は
すべての問題は人間の心から来るんだよ。すべての問題は人間の心から来るんだよ。すべての問題は人間の
心から来るんだよ。
すべての問題は人間の心から来るんだよ。すべての問題は人間の心から来るんだよ。
悲しみに負けてはならない。
悲しみに負けてはならない。悲しみに負けてはならない。
悲しみに負けてはならない。
悲しみに負けてはならない。悲しみに負けてはならない。You must not be defeated by sorrow. 悲しみに負けてはならない。
悲しみに負けてはならない。
悲しみに負けてはならない。Being defeated by sorrow is bad. You must not be defeated by sorrow.
すべてがわかる。
すべてがわかる。すべてがわかる。
すべてがわかる。
すべてがわかる。すべてがわかる。すべてがわかる。
行ってみないとわからないだろう。
行ってみないとわからないだろう。行ってみないとわからないだろう。If we don't try and go, if we don't try to go, we will not understand. We won't understand what's happening.
帰っていった。
帰っていった means 帰っていった。I will go home. I went home. I went home. Speak. Deiku emphasis directs away from person or point in time. For example, from the present to the future.
泳げるのか？
泳げるのか？泳げるのか？ Can you swim? Can you swim is a potential form. 泳げるのか？ Can you swim? I wonder if he can swim. I wonder he can swim? Question mark. Yeah, I know.
買ってくる。
買ってくる。I go or I go and buy and come back. I buy it and return and come back, yes.
全然大丈夫じゃありませんでしたよ。
全然大丈夫じゃありませんでしたよ。全然大丈夫じゃありませんでしたよ。全然大丈夫じゃありませんでしたよ。僕は君のこと何も知らないんだな。僕は君のこと何も知らないんだな。僕は君のこと何も知らないんだな。
何が見たかったの？
何が見たかったの？ What did you want to see? What did you want to see?
誰かが
俺を呼んでいる。誰かが俺を呼んでいる。大
丈夫。
大丈夫。
僕がいる。
大丈夫。
僕がいる。
大丈夫。
僕がいる。
大丈夫。僕がいる。
最後に笑うのは
最後に笑うのは最後に笑うのはwe'll see who will laugh last in the end. 最後に笑うのは帰りたくないよ。I don't want to go home. 帰りたくないよ。I don't want to go home. 帰りたくないよ。
泳ぎたかったから。
泳ぎたかったから。泳ぎたかったから。 お、泳ぎたかったから。泳ぎたかったから。because 泳ぎたかったから。because I swim because I don't know. Came here because I wanted to swim. Die.
いつだったか忘れたけど。
いつだったか忘れたけど。いつだったか忘れたけど。いつだったか忘れたけど。
いつだったか忘れたけど。
いつだったか忘れたけど。I remember, but I know what happened, but I don't remember when. いつだったか忘れたけど。When did it happen? Question mark. I don't remember. I forgot. But I forgot when it was. I know what happened, but I forgot. I forgot when it was. I forgot when it was.
食べられるもの。
食べられるもの A thing you can eat? A thing you can eat? A can't eat thing? An edible thing? Is it an edible thing? 食べられるもの
食べられるもの。
食べられるもの is it edible? A can't eat thing? A thing you can eat? Okay.
それじゃバレてしまいますよ。
それじゃバレてしまいますよ。それじゃバレてしまいますよ。それ must expose. バレて means to expose. バレ I think バレ means to expose to take form. バレてしまいますよ。expose that or something?
近くなってきたぞ。
近くなってきたぞ。近くなってきたぞ。came closer. came close. became close.
暑いし、それに疲れたわよ。
暑いし、それに疲れたわよ。It's hot, among other things. Besides, 疲れたわよ。I became tired.
僕を殺せば全てが終わる。
全てが終わる。
僕を殺せば全てが終わる。
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 If you kill me, everything will end. 僕を殺せば全てが終わる。僕を殺せば全てが終わる。
これで助けを呼べる。
これで助けを呼べる。これで助けを呼べる。これで助けを呼べる。これで助けを呼べる。We can use this to call for assistance. With this, using this, we can call assistance for assistance. Okay.
失うものは大きいぞ。
失うものは大きいぞ。失うものは大きいぞ。The thing we lose is big.
すべてなくなってしまった。
すべてなくなってしまった。すべてなくなってしまった。Everyone was dead. すべてなくなってしまった。
謝るのはこっちだ。
謝るのはこっちだ。I must apologize. As for apologizing, it's me who should do it.
何か欲しいものある？
何か欲しいものある？何か欲しいものある？ Is there a thing you want? Is there a thing you want?
ずっと
考
えていた。
ずっと考えてみた。ずっと考えてみた。I was thinking the whole time.
なんとか登れるけど。
なんとか登れるけど。なんとか登れるけど。somehow, なんとか。登れるけど。but somehow I can climb.
僕を殺せば全てが終わる。
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 大河にどうしても会いたかったんだ。
大河にどうしても会いたかったんだ。どうしても means by all means. 大河 the person 大河にどうしても会いたかったんだ。I wanted to meet たかったんだ。I wanted to meet 大河 by all means タイガーにどうしても会いたかったんだ。I wanted to meet Tiger by all means. どうしても。タイガーにどうしても会いたかったんだ。
俺が何かしたか。
俺が何かしたか。俺が何かしたか。
俺が何かしたか。
俺が何かしたか。俺が何かしたか。Did I do something wrong? Did I do something?
ちょっと話せるか。
ちょっと話せるか。Can I speak with you a little bit? Can we talk?
俺全部わかってます
俺
みたいな
全部わかってます。みたいな。I understood everything. I completely understood everything.
すべてがわかる。
すべてがわかる。
帰っていった。
帰っていた。帰っていた。I went home.
泳ぎたかったから。
泳ぎたかったから。Because I wanted to swim. Because I wanted to swim. Okay, done this one. So we either wrap it up here or we just watch a Utah video, which if we find.
You know, a lot of people don't.
Where is Utah? Utah. This is Utah. Utah 日本語レーニングを。So easy self-introduction. Walk, Japanese bakery, easy. Okay, let's watch bakery, okay?
こんにちは。
こんにちは。
レポーターの
レポーターのゆうたです。
皆さんは
朝
ごはんに何を食べますか？
何を食べますか？
僕はパンを食べます。今から朝ごはんを買いに。僕はパンを食べます。
Wait. 皆さんは
僕は
朝ごはん。皆さんは
朝ごはんに何を食べます
か？ What do you eat in breakfast?
僕はパンを食べます。
パンを食べます。I eat bread.
今から
I need to get rid of the English. It's hard to get rid of the English. Not English, but okay. Only,
朝ごはんを買いにパン屋さんはパンを食べます。今から朝ごはんを買いにパン屋さん。
So 今から from now 朝ごはんを買いに I go to buy breakfast
に行きましょう。
パン屋 I go to bakery
今から朝ごはんを買いにパン屋さんに行きましょう。
Let's go to the bakery to buy some bread.
パン屋さんに着きました。パン屋さんに着きました。中に行ってみましょう。
Let's go inside. 3つのパンを買いました。Buy 3 breads. Wait, pan means not bread, but this, what do you call them? Bread type of snacks.
パンを買ってきました。
We bought
まずはクロワッサンを食べます。
That's croissant.
このクロワッサン
まず means the first one is croissant.
は
このクロワッサンは
四角いクロワッサンです。四角の
square or rectangle
クロワッサンです。食べてみましょう。このクロワッサンは中にチーズが入っていてとっても美味しいです。あととってもサクサクです。サクサククランチ。サクサクでとっても美味しいです。次はこのパンです。
次は The next one.
サクサクでとっても美味しいです。
とっても美味しい。
次はパンです。
パンです。このパンで。次は means the next one.
このパンには野菜がたくさん入っています。
たくさん入っています。It has a lot of vegetables.
野菜がたくさん入っています。
入ってます。
パプリカとか、ナスとか、じゃがいもが入っています。
入っています。じゃがいも、ポテト。
美味しそう。
美味しそう。
じゃあいただきます。
じゃあいただきます。
美
味しい。
美味しかった。
美味しかった。It was tasty.
野菜がとっても甘かったです。
甘かったです。
とっても甘かったです。
甘かったです。
あと上にチーズがあったので、食べた時にとってもチーズの味もしました。
チーズの味もしました。So it's covered with cheese because it's covered with cheese, and when you eat it, it's very cheesy tastiness, cheesy taste.
美味しかったです。
美味しかったです。
多分野菜をゆっくり焼いたんだと思います。とっても美味しかったです。
美味しかったです。
日本語ラーニングではジャパニーズダイアリークラブと桜 NL をやっています。ぜひチェックしてください。
ぜひチェックしてください。チェックthe traps。
はい、じゃあシナモンロールいただきます。
いただきます。
すごいサクサクしてます。
サクサク。サクサク。クランチ。
とシナモンの味と甘い味がとっても美味しいです。
とっても美味しいです。
ちょっとナッツも入っているので、ナッツの味もします。
ナッツの味もします。いや、どんなのだせです。
はい。皆さんはどんなパンが好きですか？皆さんはどんなパンが好きですか？コメントで教えてください。今日のレポートはおしまいです。レポーターのユータでした。
ユータでした。ユータ the best. ユータ the best. Okay, watch another one. Walk to the sky tree. Okay, let's just walk to the sky tree. 日本語レーニングはユータです。
レポーターのユータです。皆さんはスカイツリーを知っていますか？スカイツリーを知っていますか？
いいえ。
スカイツリーは日本で一番高いタワーです。今日はスカイツリーをレポートしたいと思います。それじゃあ行きましょう。今僕はスカイツリーに向かって歩いています。スカイツリーに向かって歩いています。街にはいろいろな色の花があります。いろいろな色の花があります。これは船です。大きい船です。たくさんの人が乗ることができます。大きい船です。皆さん、この船はとっても変な形ですね。とっても変な形ですね。皆さん、あれを見てください。あれが東京スカイツリーです。
あれを見てください。Look at that over there. Okay.
皆さん、あれを見てください。あれが東京スカイツリーです。とっても高いです。高さは634メートルあります。高さは634メートルあります。大きいですね。
634メートル
あります。大きいですね。今日は夜ご飯は何を食べますか？ 猫ちゃんは話したくないみたいです。
Doesn't want to speak.
今僕は橋の上を歩いています。
橋 means bridge. 橋の上を歩いてください。歩いています。I'm walking on the... I am walking on the 橋。on the bridge.
僕は橋の上を歩いています。
歩いています。
とっても綺麗ですね。
とっても綺麗ですね。
今僕はスカイツリーの近くの公園にいます。この公園はとても静かです。
とても静かです。
とても静かで。
静か means no idea。とても静か。Quiet。とても静かです。この公園は this park。とても静かです。
気持ちがいい場所です。今、時間は午後2時です。午後2時です。まだ明るいですね。
But it's still
午後2時です。時間は午後2時です。
午後 means afternoon?
午後2時です。まだ明るいですね。
明るいですね。It's still very bright.
はい、ちょっと疲れたのでカフェに来ました。
Because we are very tired, a bit tired, we came to drink coffee.
カフェに来ました。カプチーノとクッキーを頼みました。カプチーノとクッキーを頼みました。カプチーノを飲みます。カプチーノを飲みます。美味しい。
美味しい。
スカイツリーに着きました。スカイツリーに着きました。
スカイツリーに着きました。
スカイツリーはお金を払うと、
お金を払うと、お金を払うと means pay, you may pay money
の展望台に行けるんですけど、お金を払わなくても
展望上の展望台に行けるんですけど、
お金を払わなくても下にたくさんいろんなお店があります。なので今からちょっとお店を見てみようと思います。日本語ラーニングではジャパニーズダイアリークラブと桜エネールをやっています。ぜひチェックしてください。はい。スカイツリーなんですけど、下の方は広場のようになっています。下からスカイツリーを見るととても高いですね。たくさんの人がいつも広場にはいます。スカイツリーの中にはいろいろなお店があります。
Inside the tower, there are a lot of shops.
お土産を買うこともできますし、レストランもあるのでご飯を食べることもできます。ぜひスカイツリーに来てみてください。はい、今日はスカイツリーをレポートしました。他にもレポートしてほしいことがあったらコメントで教えてください。レポーターのゆうたでした。バイバイ。
Okay, very nice. I didn't understand a lot the last few sentences, but let's just do Duolingo now. Duolingo before the end of the day, because we don't want to lose the streak. We don't want to lose the streak, of course. We need to keep going.
今週。
Okay. 一回花見 means flower viewing or flower viewing to see flowers. 先月一つ今週 今週。What do you hear? あ、今週。
今週花見
花見。花見。
花見花見花見花見
桜餅
桜餅。餅 means
桜餅
blossom. Cherry blossom 餅。Okay. 餅があります。お茶。と一緒に食べましょう。
おいしい桜餅を作りましょう。おいしい桜餅を作りましょ
う。おいしい桜。
桜？おいしい桜餅を作りましょ
う。おいしい桜も。桜餅。をつよ。つけましょう。
おいしい桜餅を作りましょ
う。桜餅をつけましょう。
つけましょ
う。作りましょう。つけましょう。作りましょう。
今週はどうですか？
今週はどうですか？ Next week, no, this week. どうですか？ How about this week?
どの公園に行きましょうか？
どの公園に行きましょうか？どの公園に行きましょうか？ Which park? どの公園に行きましょうか？ Which park should we go? Which park should we go to?
浅草で同僚と花見をします。
浅草で同僚と花見をします。浅草 the city 浅草。浅草で同僚と花見をします。同僚 what's 同僚 I don't know.
同僚
coworkers
同僚
we will go I will go I'm going to go I'm going to Asakusa going wait no I'm going to see
浅草で同僚と花見をします。
So,
浅草
in Asakusa with my coworkers I
花見をし
will
ます。
see cherry blossom or I will see flowers. Going with my coworkers in Asakusa. I'm going. Wait. I'm going cherry blossom viewing with my coworkers in Asakusa. 今週運転新幹線
今
週お祭りがあります。
今週お祭りがあります。祭りがあります。今週お祭りがあります。祭りがあります。I don't know what 祭り。
お祭り。
フェスティバル
があります。
This week there is a festival this week.
一緒に花見をしませんか？
一緒に花見をしませんか？
しませんか？
おもちゃ店員公園で花見をしました。公園で花見をしました。
日曜日に公園に行きましょう。
日曜日に公園に行きましょう。We should go to the park on Sunday.
おいしい桜餅を作りましょう。おいしい桜餅を作りましょう。
作りましょう。おいしい
桜餅を作りましょ
う。おいしい桜
餅を作りましょ
う。Okay, done. So, yeah, I think we wrap it up here. Are you a spy? Total XP 13. Why when I do it on the web is less XPs? Should have been 35. Okay. Okay, wrap it up. We wrap it up here. So tomorrow we continue Ageru Kureru and Morao. Ageru Kureru Morao. And yeah, if Yuki, if you're still here, if anyone is here, thank you very much for coming by. Matashta. I'll be definitely here tomorrow. Matashta. So yeah, as I said before, we have so many ideas, but I need to start doing. So tomorrow is Ageru Kureru Morao and giving advice, which is Tarado desu ka? Tarado desu ka? Tarado desu ka? And Chika and Mo, which I don't remember this one. And we watched this short video. It's not short, it's 34 minutes, but shorter than the rest. So it's considered relatively short. So all of the other videos from Monday and on, the videos will be so long. But anyways, oyasumi nasai and matashita. Matashita. I will see you tomorrow. We have also these amazing conjugations, table conjugations. Matashita Yuki. That I need to study also. And this is the song. Wait, let's check out the song that Sensei Vic sent. Okay, I will listen to it now. So, matashita, and of course, tomorrow. Matashita and tomorrow. We close and bye-bye. Oyasumi nasai.